Hello, my name is Tucker, and I'm actually filming this opening chunk of this vlog at my grandparents' house because I forgot to film it before this, and I want to put this vlog out before the end of the week, which might not end up happening, but I need to introduce this vlog. I'm in a bedroom, and hopefully no one is hearing me talk to myself, because that would be creepy. So I wanted to find the worst books and read them to see how bad they were. It turned out to be a bit of a struggle to find actual bad books, because no matter what the book is, there will always be someone who thinks it's the worst book. When I went to Goodreads for, to find a list of the worst books, there were so many that are classics. I saw The Hunger Games, Twilight, Divergent, Great Expectations. No matter what the book was, at least 100 people thought it was the worst. So I did my best to find books that just looked really bad and read them. Yeah, the vlog was chaotic but fun to film, so I hope you enjoy it. So it's 9:30. I just woke up because I wake up really late. The first really bad book I'm gonna listen to is 101 Harry Potter Facts. My library has it on Hoopla. It's only 18 minutes, so I'm gonna listen to it while I get dressed. So here's the thing. I finished the Harry Potter 101 Amazing Facts. I'm probably gonna give it 2.5 stars, maybe 3. It's not horrible. It's just so unnecessary. Most of them are like no duh, like Daniel Radcliffe's age, or just unnecessary facts that no one really needs to know, like how much money the movies made. Some people might find them interesting, and there were a few that interested me, but most of them were just like, I don't really need to know this. I think that it shouldn't have been like a full-fledged book. It could have just been like a cool blog post or a YouTube video or something, like, So it's probably gonna get 2.5 or 3 stars. The next book I'm gonna read is, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'll get back to you. So the next book I'm going to read is Again But Better by Riccio. Now don't get me wrong, I love Christine's channel. She was one of my favorite booktubers. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she can write a good book. I've actually heard not great things about the book. I've seen some glowing reviews, most of them from her friends, but we'll see. So, already I have found a bit of an issue. In the first scene of Again But Better, I almost called her Christine because I feel like this is basically a fictionalized memoir, which is tempting to do. Like, I get it, you want to tell your story, but you want to tell it kind of differently and tell it so that it's not your story. But anyway, I'll go into that later. But anyway, in the first scene, what's her name, Shane, is verbally attacked by this old woman on a plane. This old woman is judging her for this list that Shane is making, and I'm like, no, like, people don't just do that. People don't just read your private notes and then are, like, criticizing you. Like, maybe once in a while, like, there's, like, occasionally some interesting people who will do that, but it's so hard for me to believe that this random older lady would just be like, wow, you're so bad for not having friends, like, judgment. Like, it's kind of unbelievable. But so far, this is on track to be a solid 3-star read. We'll see where it goes. Thomas has an apple. Thomas, you're pregnant. Now you need to get Donna pregnant. Donna is very alone and appleless. This is so, like, unnecessarily nitpicky, but there was a scene where she dropped a jar of sauce, and they were laughing about it, which I personally would be freaking out. And then they just left it there. They were in a grocery store. They get their stuff. She drops a jar and it breaks. And they're like, okay, let's go now. And they just left it there. And it wasn't even like a conscious, we're going to leave this jar here. It was just like the author completely forgot she had dropped the jar. And so it just blipped out of existence. So I'm at the 40% mark. I don't know how I feel right now. It's not bad. There's one aspect that is kind of frustrating me, but I'll talk about that in the end when I kind of share my whole review. So far, it's looking to be a 3.5, maybe 3-star read. Say hello, Luna. Or not. So I just finished the audiobook, Again But Better, and I am quite surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I haven't decided what I'm going to rate it. Probably 4 stars. And there are a few things I liked, a few things I didn't. I'll get into that in a second. But honestly, I don't want to say I'm disappointed that I liked it, but I was hoping I wouldn't like it so I would have some tea, but I did like it, and I'm quite surprised that I did, mostly from all of the reviews from my Goodreads friends, with really good points, and I'll get into those points, but I did enjoy it. It was really sweet, and it was so, it was genuine. I could feel Christine's joy through the book. That said, there was that one thing that really annoyed me, and it was Shane. Number one, as a character, she was so, quirky in an annoying way, in that kind of cliche YA character, and I know it's technically an adult, new adult, contemporary, but she was just really kind of annoyingly unique and quirky, like most cliche YA characters are. I also was really frustrated, especially in the beginning, because Shane was literally Christine. If you don't watch Christine's YouTube videos, she talks a lot about her things with anxiety and her personal stories, and also how she chose her handle, which is Poland Bananas 20 or Poland Bananas Banana Books. The problem was that Shane was literally a carbon copy of Christine, which annoyed me, and I kept thinking, it's not that on her own Shane isn't bad, it's just that she is so obviously Christine, and I feel like Christine might have put herself too much into the character. I feel like if she had wanted to share her story so detailed, she should have written a memoir, or she should have made Shane less like her, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that Christine's story was unimportant or boring or any of that. I'm just saying she was kind of weaving it into the story way too much. And that annoyed me. I also didn't, yeah, Shane was the biggest issue for me. Just her similarity to Christine, and how cringy and awkward she was. I liked her dynamic with Pilot, and that's another thing. Pilot Pen. What kind of name is that? And then the final thing that bugged me the most was the magical realism element. Now, I actually ended up loving the time travel thing. It really tied it to the book to the title, which I loved. But it was kind of out of left field. In the description, the last sentence of the summary is blah blah blah, and with a touch of magic and fate, something something. And so I feel like magic was such a huge part of the story. I think they should have made that more obvious in the marketing and in the summary. So it did feel kind of out of left field, but I did end up enjoying it. I liked the do-over, the time travel. It was really enjoyable. So overall, it's not an outstanding, amazing book. It was really cute, creative, and I did enjoy the callbacks to the hints at Christine's real life. I enjoyed all the references to classic YA books like Harry Potter, Cassandra Clare. That was cool that they talked about Cassandra Clare, even though I personally don't like Cassandra Clare. Twilight, all of those things. As a reader, as an avid reader, I really like seeing those things in books, and I don't see them very often. I liked the journey abroad that Shane had. That was really interesting and fun to read. So overall, I'm probably going to go with 4 stars. It was cute, creative, there were a few issues, a little annoyances, but it wasn't enough to take away from the overall enjoyment. My phone isn't doing a good job of capturing it, but it's about to start storming. Storm is brewing. Forgot to mention this, but I also really loved the acknowledgements because they were read by Christine, and she was like, I could tell she was kind of trying not to laugh, and that made it so genuine and entertaining. So I've been trying to find bad books because the ones I originally had, oh my gosh, my hand is shaking so bad. I'm gonna put this down somewhere. There we go. So I originally tried to find bad books, but the problem was all the ones that I had found are no longer available. Like, they're really old, or my library has them, but they're borrowed for some reason, and the ones that are borrowed aren't going to be back for another 2 weeks, and I'm hoping to do this all within the span of a weekend. So right now I'm just searching for actual bad books that are genuinely bad. The hard part is, no matter what book it is, there's always going to be someone who says, oh, this book is the worst. So it's hard to find books that are genuinely poorly written. So that's why I'm looking for books on Goodreads with a 2 or a 3-star average or below. Also, I don't know if I'll be able to find a bad book because it's about to thunderstorm, and that could knock the power out, which would then knock the Wi-Fi out. So we'll see. So, I found the next book. It's called The Almost Moon by Alice someone. Forgot the author, but it has a 2.5 average rating for this on Goodreads, which is really good for this project, so I'm going to try that next. So, this book seems to be, at least at first, is about a mother and her, or a woman and her mother with dementia, and there's just a scene in the beginning where the mother with dementia soiled herself, and I feel like the author is going into such gross detail, like, about the smell, and unless it proves to be unnecessary, I don't want to read that. I'm also really bored already, so that's not a good sign. Check in. It's maybe 5% into, what's it called? The Almost Moon. It's not a good sign that I forgot the title, just saying. Anyway, I'm 5% in, and I am bored. I don't care about any of the characters. I actually kind of dislike the main character. I don't know her name, but she hates her mother so much, and I get it, but also, like, I don't care. I sound so uncaring, but this book is genuinely not enjoyable so far. Also, I have Beach Read by Emily Henry almost here in my overdrive. It says available soon, so if it comes, I'm kicking Almost Moon out the window, because I would much rather be reading Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'm even more bored. This isn't going well. I'm gonna take a break, take a shower. Even though it's technically thunderstorming, I'll be fine. And then I'm gonna continue. Also, I'm making I don't even know if this is gonna work. I put chia seeds in a bunch of water. I'm gonna leave it here and see if it grows. I saw it on one of those 5-minute craft videos, and I know 5-minute crafts are always completely lies, but just in case it does actually work, I want to give it a try. Oh, and here comes the rain. Hold on. I want to see if you can see it better at this window. Not really. My camera isn't great at capturing things. Oh well. So I finally understood what's going on. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, because I literally didn't read the summary. I just dived right in, but basically if it's a spoiler, I'll edit it out later. But basically this woman killed her mother, and now she's like, consequences ensue. I'm so bored and really disgusted. I just don't want to know. I don't care about this story. And the gross detail the author is going to, mostly about genitalia and poop. I don't want to know. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I'm going to give this book a little more time, as much time as I can stomach. But I'm probably going to DNF it. Also, if Beach Read by Emily Henry comes to my Overdrive account, I'm going to kick this one to the curb and start reading that one. Even though it's not a worst book, I need some joy. Also, I have kind of zoned out. I'm not really listening anymore. Because I'm responding to Goodreads comments while I listen, so it's really only in the background. Honestly, the story wouldn't be that bad. It just needs some heavy editing, and I would want to hate the main character a little less. Anywho, we'll update later. Goodbye. I actually kind of lost interest in the book, so I paused it, and now I'm reading the Maryland driver's manual, because I need to get my learner's permit this summer. And honestly, the driver's manual is much more interesting than the book. I am so bored. I hate this book with a flaming passion. Oh, I think I'm gonna, if I stay like this, my face is gonna get redder and redder, and I will pass out all the blood. And in case you can't tell, I'm upside down. Oh, this hurts my face. Anywho, this book is so boring. I don't think it's bad on its own. Okay, I need to sit up or seriously pass out. It's not bad. I mean, it is bad, but it's just not my thing. Like, I think the fact that so many people did hate it, I went into it kind of already hating it. Excuse me. I'm gonna DNF it and read a steamy gay romance, because I know this whole project was to read bad books, but I need a good romance to kind of cleanse the palate. So I'm gonna go do that now. Okay. I'm gonna try to find a good gay romance audiobook on, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to blur that out because it just said my county, and I don't want people knowing where I live exactly. So let's see, these are the ones I have saved. I'm just gonna listen to this because I've been wanting to listen to this for a little while. So Wolf Hunt by Paige Tyler is my next read, and it's not bad because I am kind of sick of reading bad books. So, the audiobook narrator for this book, I'm not a fan. The way number one, her British accent is really bad. Almost offensive. Number two, the love interest, the way she portrays him, it's grating. It's like, I think it's supposed to be like a husky, mysterious type voice, but it's like, it sounds like she's something stuck in her throat, and it's not fun to listen to. Oh boy. Well, it's 11 at night, and I'm tired and ready to go to bed, so I didn't finish the werewolf romance. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, and then probably be done with this project, because hopefully Beach Read will be ready from my library, and I'm done reading bad books, because it's not as fun as I thought it would be. So, good night, I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning. It's around 8 o'clock. I'm up before everyone else because it's Saturday. Everyone sleeps in. I'm only up this early because yesterday I made an eclair cake and I ate about half of it, and this morning my stomach did not like that, so now I'm up. But I'm fine now, so I'm gonna read more of the werewolf romance. I'm also gonna have some toast because I need to have something other than chocolate and water in my stomach. This narrator is pretty bad. Like, any accent she tries to do is horrible, and sometimes I can't even tell if she's trying to do an accent or not, or if she's just trying to speak normally. And even, she's female, obviously, but even her female voices are, like, not great sounding. I like the story, but I don't like the narrator. So I got distracted, and I read, what's it called? This Book is Gay by David, is it Levithan? Anyway, I read This Book is Gay, and I enjoyed it. I learned a few new things. It was really funny, and I loved the illustrations. It was really long, though. I skimmed a few parts. I skipped the part about lesbian sex because I'm gay. I don't really need to know that. And there were illustrations, and I didn't really want to see those because I didn't really want to see those. Anyway, now I'm going to finish, is it Wolf Hunt? I think it's Wolf Hunt. That's the title. The Paige Tyler werewolf romance. I'm going to finish that. I'm making lunch. It's a grilled sandwich of cheese. Also, I'm dumb, so the main character is teaching the love interest is teaching the main character how to do self-defense, and he's like, oh, blah, blah, and if you want to, like, get them, I think it's get them off of you, yank really hard on the top of their ear. So it's like, I wonder what that feels like, and I yanked on the top of my ear, and it hurt really bad, and I heard something, like, crack. I don't think it was bone cracking, maybe just, hopefully, like, a joint popping. I'm dumb. Okay, so hold on, I need to put my phone down so it's less shaky. Okay. No fork. Okay, so I finished Wolf Hunt by Paige Tyler. It's going to end up being a 3.5 star rating. It was okay. It was a slow start. As far as romance, it was kind of lacking in chemistry. The steamy scenes were okay, and I think the only issue is just, the couple was kind of lacking in chemistry. It was a very slow build. I did like the last, I think, hour and a half of the audiobook. What did annoy me was the narrator. It was she. I couldn't. Her accents were really bad. Only when she spoke normally was I able to stand her. It wasn't even her voice, it was just the accents, and then the male characters. Whenever she tried to do a male voice, I was like, have you ever heard a male person speak? Because that's not how they sound. It was just really not fun to listen to. Which is why I'm giving it 3.5, maybe 3 stars. But other than that, it was a semi-enjoyable book. Nothing super special, nothing outstanding, but also not boring or anything like that. I might read Beach Read if it comes this weekend. Otherwise, this vlog is going to be over. Yeah.
Bamboozlers. I bet you it's going to be twins and it's going to be both female and
male. No, I think you're not ready for it.
I think he's
Wait, before we cut the cake, we have to guess the genders. Sophie, what's the gender? What do you think it is?
Is it boy or is it specific?
Can I pick from a list?
It's boy or girl?
Okay.
Transgender! From the list?
Yeah. No. I don't have
What's the list?
No.
Tell me the list. I
No.
want the list.
No!
Give me the list.
It has to do with gender or sexuality or something.
I guess non-binary.
Okay.
Non-binary. Okay, what about you?
Wait, you said gender or sexuality?
Maybe.
I think it's gonna be pansexual.
It's not your turn.
I don't care.
Okay, what is it?
I'm gonna say all of them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna
I want to
be
change my
a boy.
answer. All of them.
Okay. Tucker.
I already know what it is. I can't
Oh,
guess.
right.
Okay, I think it's gonna be pansexual, rainbow, boy and girl, or it's gonna be non-binary.
I think it's gonna each section.
You just said all of the answers.
You have high expectations.
She was not that talented.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do rainbow.
Here we
Hold on,
go.
can I get your knife showing?
Norwegian steel.
To the camera, to the camera.
Hampton.
To the camera.
Silversmiths.
Wow.
Is there a link in the description?
Okay, guys, are you
Link in
ready?
the description.
I will start
ready?
with this if you ask me one more question.
Use the code Emily.
Emily, I will take it out of her eyeball.
Should we have like a countdown for this? Like 3,
2, 1,
Stab it,
go.
stab it.
gender reveal.
Send me these videos.
I will.
Are you making another vlog?
Yeah.
It's the gender reveal cake. What is
is
it?
it?
What is it? What is it?
It's nothing!
No. You have to go deeper.
I wanna
This one.
Mine-
Just like use your hand.
Yeah.
Use your hand. Do it. No.
Wait. I think I might be right.
I don't think you are. There's just a ton of yellow Skittles.
No, I can.
What is up with this?
Okay.
There's a note.
You can You can just throw the cake into the fire.
You guys are
Throw the cake into the fire. Do it.
Ready, guys?
ready?
The big reveal.
You can eat them.
Yay!
Yes, they're old
Okay, but I said rainbow, so I still think I
and
win.
they're really old.
Emily
They're from
said
like
rainbow
Halloween.
first.
But if you're fine with that, you can. eat them.
Who wants to actually try the cake?
It's
has
so
no-
gross.
I just did, and it's pretty not good.
You can spit it out. Spit it.
Fire! Throw it in. Spit in the fire! Okay.
Wait, where should it land?
Right here. Oh, my hands.
That's what we're trying to avoid. No, not after what happened to Lime.
Can we jump? Would it be mean to jump with
No,
the
she
puppy?
doesn't mind it.
Oh, wow. Who's most likely to murder someone because they stole like a boyfriend or girlfriend from someone?
This is for me and my cousins made when we were little. I think it was about maybe 5-6 years ago when we made this, and it's still kind of standing. There used to be a wall right here. That branch didn't used to be here. That's tree. I don't want to step on any spiders. That tree was our council stone thingy. This used to be a wall. That was our oven. We lit a fire in that once and then promptly got yelled at. This is our little walkway with stones on the side. This, oh, it's a toad. Oh my gosh, it's a toad. Gotcha. Oh, fork. Hold still, little guy. It's a toad. Anyway, and this was our garden. And that is the end of the vlog. It was chaotic, but it was fun to film. I learned that sometimes it's fun to read bad books because either they turn out not to be bad or they're just so bad that it's hilarious. For example, Hogwarts School of Miracle and Prayers. That book was just hilariously bad. And sometimes it's really not fun to read bad books, like Almost Moon. That was just miserable. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy reading it, and I didn't even enjoy hating it. It was just bleh. So yeah, that was the vlog. I will leave the links to my social medias and all of that stuff, and I will mention all of the books I read down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.